With so much of Ukraine lying in ruins, there is much fear that much of its history and culture preserved as digital media could be destroyed as well.
So a local effort is underway to save it from being lost forever. KPIX5's Don Ramus has the story.
The fight for Ukraine's future is happening right now on the other side of the world. But the struggle to preserve its past is going on right here in the Bay Area, and it's a race against time. As she sits in the corner of her Berkeley home, Quinn Dombrowski is surrounded by photos and artwork of her children that she's saved over the years. And now she's doing the same thing for Ukraine. As the Russians move through the country, leaving utter destruction in their wake, they're also destroying the machinery that holds the digital record of everyday life.
It's easy to think that it's, always out there, always being backed up. But at the end of the day, the internet is dependent on physical things. It's dependent on servers and power and cables.
So Quinn has helped create an army of 1,300 archivists across the globe who are desperately trying to record Ukrainian websites before they are lost. Much of Ukraine's culture, from music to art to architecture, is stored as digital data, and Quinn and her colleagues are racing to save it before it can be wiped out.
It's a day-to-day, hour-by-hour thing. We have people watching the air raid warnings coming out of Ukraine and then rapidly reprioritizing the sites that we have yet to do.
And much of what they are saving is being sent to San Francisco's Internet Archive. This place, with its massive data servers, has become a kind of library for the internet. They save everything here, from obscure websites to old newspapers from the 1960s. But now they have an added task.
Let's start with just kind of archive Ukrainian culture in a time when it might get wiped from the map.
Founder Brewster Kale says they're not only storing items from Ukraine's past, but also documenting today's news from both Western and Russian perspectives.
Not only is this useful for history looking back, but it's useful for right now understanding what's going on.
Back at her apartment, Quinn was recording the website of a Ukrainian library. She says capturing and preserving images of everyday life in the country has been helpful in soothing the fear and anger she feels about the war.
Instead of just, scrolling the news, I sort of throw all that energy into actually doing something, and it's been really cathartic.
She says she hopes the effort will never be needed, that the war will end and the nation can rebuild. But just in case, they're keeping a record so the memory of Ukraine will not disappear. In Berkeley, John Ramus, KPIX 5.